Hi, welcome back to Movie Chats with Tito. It's been a while. Have you missed me? Okay, I'm just kidding. So we're going to talk about a couple movies that I've seen over the past couple of weeks, here and there and stuff like that. So first we're going to start off with No Man Land, which is starring Frances McDormand, and it's getting a lot of Oscar buzz. It's just a gorgeous picture. It's really heartfelt. The cinematography in there is gorgeous. So it's basically about we're with this character of Frances McDormand's playing, and she lost her husband, she lost her job, she lost her house. Like, the community that she lived in is completely abandoned now. There's nobody living there. Like, so everything's gone, and she's now forced to live in, not forced, I guess it's her choice. She's chosen to live in a van, and we see her take odd jobs here and there at Amazon warehouses. We see her working at RV parks, just trying to make ends meet and keep going, and like the struggles of living in a van. I was kind of researching this before the movie because I was kind of intrigued by the whole van life like thing, if you've seen it on social media and stuff like that. And there's a popular figure, Bob Wells. He talks about like living in an RV and stuff like that, or living in a van, but like not like, you know, these fancy decked out ones you see on Instagram and stuff, but just like a regular van for like the poor man, whatever. And he tells you how to like live sustainably in it, and he's in the movie, which I thought was really good. He has heartfelt monologues. It's just a really good film. I highly recommend to watch it. It's just a gorgeously done film. I would say to watch that one. So, No Man Land. Okay, now we're going to go completely different. We're going to talk about Psycho Gorman, which is a horror comedy about a brother and a sister. They find this rock. It releases this ancient intergalactic demon, and he's hell-bent on destroying the universe. But whoever finds the rock, or who's ever in possession of the rock that the two young children found, can basically control the monster. So they're controlling him, making him do all this zany stuff like tea parties and stuff like that. It kind of reminded me of Power Rangers, the way the monsters all looked and acted and stuff like that, but it was just like filled with like over the top gore and disgusting stuff. So I mean, if you were a fan of Power Rangers growing up, and you know you're a little bit older now and you want to see like grown up Power Rangers, I guess, go ahead and pop that one in. Then next we're going to talk about is two coincidentally two heist movies that I saw that were heists gone wrong. But I'm thinking about it. Has there ever been a movie where the heist goes right? I'm pretty sure there has. What am I talking about? There has. Okay, so but anyway, I stumbled across these two. Before the Devil Knows You're Dead, which is directed by Sidney Lumet. I recently read his book called Making Movies, and I've been kind of just trying to watch all his whole filmography, you know, movie by movie and stuff like that. He has a lot, and he did it for like a long time. So like, I'm making my ways there. I'm making it there. Calm down. Okay. Anyway, so it's about two brothers, and they got this perfect scam. They're gonna, you know, rob their parents' jewelry store. They're old, you know, nothing could go wrong. But like everything that can go wrong goes wrong. And the film is told like non-linearly, so it's like boom, bam, beam, you know, all over the place. And I just really love films that are like that. And it was just really good, like the acting in it. I forget the dude's name, but he played Truman Capote. What the hell's his name? Anyway, well, like, it's probably like in the poster, and you can read it right there or whatever. But like, he was phenomenal in this movie. Great acting. I think it's the best that I've seen him in. I was like, oh shit, I guess that's why people like the guy. I'm the jerk. I'm just kidding. Alright, then next we saw American Animals, which had Evan Peters from American Horror Story fame. So if you like American Horror Story, just stop watching this and go pop that in. Go pop that sucker in. Okay, I'm just kidding. Anyway, so it's about two college students. They don't want to like, they feel like their lives are so mundane. Everyone's just like so boring. Everything's boring. And everyone just like has this, you know, college job, you know, die or whatever. So they want to do something more extravagant and live the extravagant life. So they find out about this book that's in the library that's really valuable, and they have this idea that they're going to steal it. So they go and They set up this whole thing. They make plans and stuff like that, and it just goes horribly, horribly wrong. And it's just a great film. It's a great film. I would highly recommend that one too. Okay, so then next we have You Cannot Kill David Arquette, which is a documentary. Whoa, we're taking a step in a different direction. These are not all just films. There are documentaries in here. Okay, isn't a documentary a film anyway? Anyway, besides the point. You Cannot Kill David Arquette, which it's about he was acting in a movie about wrestling, and the wrestling promoters thought it was a great idea if they gave him the most prestigious championship belt. And basically the whole wrestling community frowned upon him because he's this actor. He doesn't know anything about wrestling. He hasn't trained for it. He hasn't done any of that. So he is just given this belt like overnight without actually even wrestling. He didn't even wrestle anybody. He just like kind of like bumped somebody and then they fell down. And 1, 2, 3 got the belt. But anyway, so he got so much backlash from the wrestling community. They all hated him. They're like, this guy's the worst. He destroyed our whole, he kind of like shit on our whole industry. So the documentary is kind of like him trying to like redeem that moment in time, which really wasn't his fault. Like the promoters and stuff wanted to do it, but like he feels bad that, he kind of shitted on this whole profession. So he goes back and actually learns how to wrestle. He goes to indie shows and stuff like that. It's a really good documentary. I highly recommend that one. You Cannot Kill David Arquette. I mean, seriously. Okay, so a little spoiler, if you will. Spoilers. I hate when people do that. Okay, anyway. So, there's this thing where he's like in this death match, and this dude is just really out to kill David Arquette, and they're like, holy shit, like, take it easy, guy. But, like, I guess in wrestling you're trained to just keep going with it. So like even though the dude is really hell bent on like destroying David Arquette, he just kept going with it. And it's just like holy shit, like damn. So much respect for David Arquette and that film. Go check it out. So that's all for this week. Tune in next week and we'll talk more about movies. Catch you later.